What is going on, guys? Ancient Jarl here, bringing you another in-depth overview. This time on the god Guan Yu, Saint of War. We will not fool around. We'll get right into this build, guys. I see him most commonly now as a support. I do not see a lot of Guan Yu in the solo anymore. So let's get right in. We'll get right into his build. Watcher's Gift starting off here just like every support. Next into Warrior Tabby, because Warrior Tabby gives you that added penetration. Cooldown boots are not the worst on Guan Yu, just because the fact that his ulting often to use his stun is kind of important. Next into Sovereignty here for the added health, physical protections, and the aura from Sovereignty. I would say, depending on how far ahead you are, Hide of the Urchin next, and then into Magi's. But if you're needing to secure Gold Furies and you can't get CC'd or whatever, or they have a lot of CC and they have a Wukong, something like that, to knock you up, you're putting Magi's first. Magi's would go first, and then Urchin, and then late game Jolton's Wrath for even more cooldowns if you go Ninja Tabby instead, and then late game into Bulwarks or whatever. Wrath of the Gods, always on supports. If you don't do it, you are playing support wrong. That's 100% serious. You are crappy support unless you are Jeff Hinla and you find a new meta to break. But you are crappy support if you do not build Wrath of the Gods, so always build Wrath of the Gods. Next into some kind of utility item is something to slow, help your team, get them away. Heavenly Agility might work if you are a Wukong or a Guan, because you do have a heal, but if you have a Hell on your team, Heavenly Agility will work because you'll get heals, but Weakening will also work if their team has, a lot of, what am I looking for here? A lot of healing as well. Wards into multi-pots is what I like to start, and then wards into more wards into the later stages of the game. We will go right into his overview here, guys. He gains 84 health level, starting off a base of 470, 32 mana. Obviously, none of this changes. He gets 0.015 attacks per second change. Guan Yu has an interesting hit progression that is extremely strong, a 111.3175. So he's always hitting for a decent amount of damage, and then he goes above and beyond with his last two swings. So Guan Yu hits really hard with just basic attacks, guys. That's something to keep in mind here. Magical protections, as you can see, physical protections are a little higher because he is a bruiser, so he gets +3 added to that as well. HP 5 here is 6, and then he gets 0.7 per level. And an MP5 4.8, and he gets 0.45 for the level. Guan Yu's passive. Guan Yu gains force of will as he takes damage. Each instance of damage he receives charges up his conviction ability, which is his healing ability, increasing his healing by up to 2 times after 20 hits. Max heal multiplier is 2 times, obviously a number of hits to full charge is 20 times. Conviction is Guan Yu's 1. Guan Yu's courageous leadership is infectious, and when focused heals himself and his allies, increasing physical protections for 3 seconds, healing friendly gods, and reducing all cooldowns by 2 seconds. So that is extremely important to keep in mind, that reduction in cooldown and stuff like that. Obviously, you can see the healing scaling there and the physical protections that come along with it. Next is Guan Yu's 2, which is Warrior's Will. Guan Yu charges forward. His green dragon crescent blade extends in front of him. All enemies in the path take damage and are slowed. Hitting enemy gods lowers all of Guan Yu's cooldowns by 2 seconds, meaning it refreshes Taolu Assault by 2 seconds, Conviction, and Cavalry Charge, if I'm not mistaken. Guan Yu is immune to roots, cripples, and knockups while dashing, so in mid-dash, he cannot be knocked up and stuff, and that's just really super awesome in that situation. I'll get into that knocking up and dashing thing later. Damage, as you can see there, scales pretty well. This is one of his higher damaging abilities if you upgrade it early, but Taolu Assault is an always upgrade first. So anyway, slow is for 20%, and the slow duration is 2 seconds. Taolu Assault here is Guan's 3. Guan Yu spins his blade in a controlled but furious display, slicing enemies for damage slicing enemies for damage every 0.3 seconds for 3 seconds. Each hit debuffs the enemy's protections while buffing Guan Yu the same amount. Guan Yu is immune to knockback for the duration. Damage per hit, as you can see there, and protection debuff, or buff and debuff, as you can see there. Buff and debuff maximum stacks 3, and buff and debuff duration is 3 seconds. Cost increases, as you can see there, and cooldown is a universal 15 seconds. Guan Yu's ultimate is Cavalry Charge. Guan mounts his warhorse and charges for 4 seconds. While mounted, he can steer and click to attack and is immune to crowd control. Enemies take damage and are slowed. Each hit increases the damage from consecutive hits against that target by 20%. enemies hit on dismount are stunned. Right click to dismount early. As you can see, the damage has increased there. Damage per hit escalation is 20%. That's a huge amount of damage, guys, there. The slow is 25% for 2 seconds, and it's a 1.5 second stun when he hops off his horse. So now I'll get into the final stuff here, or the interesting stuff. Guan Yu is immune to knockback during this duration, so immune to knockups. Fire Giants 3 is the huge crucial thing. All you have to do it when it's coming down to it, and it could be stolen. The only thing that can get you out is a stun. Even if you don't have Magi's or beads, I guess in this case. So using Tal to Assault prevents you from getting knocked up from the Fire Giant's 3, or the Fire Giant's third attack in his attack chain, on her's knockback and all that jazz. So it is really, really powerful for securing Fire Giants as well as Warrior's Will. Again, roots, cripples, knockups while dashing. Not silences or anything, but you're immune to cripples, knockups. So if you time your dash right, you can cut through the Fire Giant and still secure it and not get hit by his third attack in his attack chain, causing you to get knocked up. Anyway, guys, that is all I have for Guan Yu, and I hope to see you in some gameplay. What is going on, guys? Ancient Jarl here, bringing you another gameplay. This time, I am in some Guan Yu, and I have a very, very kind friend that I added on Smite, and randomly just decided to toss out a Guan convention skin to me. I have been playing him a lot, though. I do also enjoy Guan, but I have been, hold on, I'm looking at chat, sorry, I apologize. No, I've been just enjoying playing a lot of Guan. I know I kind of repeated myself there, but just enjoying playing a lot of Guan, and the guy was just so kind enough to toss me a convention skin, which is freaking awesome. Really appreciate it. I'll have to give him some shout-outs in the next video when I have his name more convenient, but it's still in-game. But the Guan skin, the convention 2014 Guan skin, you could get at PAX and I think a few other places, and then the launch tourney, I know they had some, but he was kind enough to give me a 2014 convention Guan skin, so that is awesome of him. Really appreciate that. And now looking in the support role, you might have seen me, or I've been playing, or trying to play a lot of it, but when I place wards, I like to not, wards usually last 180 seconds, so I like to place the wards right before the timer goes off, because, you know, obviously this is just the pre-timer, and you're not actually getting any usage out of it, so. And not to mention the buffs don't start till 9 seconds, so this is another thing I do. So see, now I went out there and ward right it at 0 seconds, and here I am right in time to attack with Cupid. And then go ahead and use Guan's Tal to Assault on this to give extra clear here. Sorry, I feel bad though because the frame rate was acting buggy, but honestly I've been playing a lot of Guan, and it's like, again, like I said, it's 10-minute surrenders, or it's, you know, some, you know, dumb stuff like that. 10-minute surrenders, or it's, you know, whatnot. I took that, but I think that was a little bit of frame rate. I honestly think Cupid was going to eat that, but then I gave it to, or it got to me on accident. And Cupid's hitting these nests really nice from Arachne support. Arachne support is actually kind of viable just because the eggs, and her 2 is good against Guan Yu because of the silence. So that's something you have to keep in mind of when going up against an Arachne matchup. Hitting those eggs right away as fast as I possibly can to get that down. And then I got my heal second here just because we needed it early, because Arachne can put good poke on us, because it's an assassin and a carry. Just because the assassin building tanky doesn't mean they're still not an assassin, so that's something you have to keep in mind. Just like Fenrir support and whatnot there too. So. And there we go. We got a good first blood out of hell in that situation, so that's awesome. Again, hit that as fast as possible. There, she's just doing that to silence me. So this will get the kill out on her. I can dash right through him and give him a heal. And Cupid's got hearts for me. So very good trade-off for us in that situation. And I'm immune to Anher's knockback in that situation again. So he couldn't knock me back, and he ate a lot of the poke that I gave out. Also really handy to have Cupid in lane, especially with the Guan dual healing. That's just extremely convenient. Oh, and looking into it, guys, sorry I kind of spaced out on that. Freya jungle, Arachne support on her, also on her ADC, Hunbat solo, and Aokwang mid is what's going on here. And picking up all these hearts. Look at this, now I'm at full HP. We got a kill in the mid lane, which is awesome. I can't fight with Arachne here, though. It looks like Cupid's going to fall here. But our Hell did get another kill. Ymir might be able to freeze out here. Great job by Poseidon here, holding out the minions so we could get the XP from that. Or so I could get the XP from that. Very nice job by our Poseidon here. And sorry again, guys, I think I was going into it earlier, but I forgot to mention that the frame rate was just acting a little funny in this video, so I apologize for that, but it should be decent. Or decent enough. It should be still like a 25 FPS, but it's just a little slower or frame drop. So I'm clearing out these eggs so Cupid doesn't have to run into them when we're heading out to wherever to do whatever task. It's a burn of my Taolu Assault and a burn of my dash, but it's just trying to get it out. I got stunned and I didn't get pulled though. I just got stunned there. I should have went for on her in that situation. I should have went for on her to try and stun him out. He would have done less damage to our team, and he also would not. Oh, yep. Arachne messaged me asking about my because I got stunned, but Arachne's ult pulls you. And just typing back to her, I did get stunned, but I didn't get pulled. And Hell is dominating in the solo right now against Hunbots. I'm looking at other actives to rock here, and then I'm looking at the characters in the game, thinking what would be best, and I think enfeebling for on her Hunbots, Arachne, and Freya would honestly be the best. Because enfeebling reduces attack speed, so that's exactly why you would go into enfeebling instead of weakening. Weakening of 100% healing reduction. And now I'm just warding the Gold Fury. See, again, here clearing these eggs, it's kind of a mistake. And see, this is why Arachne is a little bit viable here. It's because of her poke. And here I'm just trying to absorb it so Cupid can get stacks. Again, I have to burn Taolu and my dash on that just to knock those down or slow them. I was going to go for these ones, but there's Arachne waiting with eggs, and you just can't deal with eggs and another person because the eggs have enough health to just be viable enough to just screw you over from anything you're trying to do, so that's why eggs are a pain in the butt. Oh, and for our team, guys, sorry again, Hell in the solo, Poseidon, as you can see in the middle, Ymir in the jungle, and me and Cupid in the duo. On her is out leveling Cupid a little bit. We have an 8-to-1 deficit here on kills deaths wise. He jumped right away. Unfortunate, missed the heart bomb there. She's gonna die here, and we already have missed my. I managed to eat that, which really sucks. And I don't have much of a heal, as you know. I have added protections, but I don't have much of a heal. He's immune to my slow for that situation, which sucks. I'm dead anyway. And unfortunate, they get a double kill off this. That turns. Calling out my troubles. That was 100% my fault. I think in this situation, though, I'm going to decide to go to Pen Boots to punch through Arachne's eggs and Arachne herself instead of cooldown boots. I do like cooldown boots on Guan, but I think in this situation, Pen Boots are better. Hell is level 12 right now to a level 8 Hoonbots. 4 levels ahead is huge difference. But support Guan is such, for farming wise, when you have to go to your mid camps, you have to go to your blue buff, you have to go to your whatever, it's so valuable to have Guan's 3, especially with Pen Boots, because you just knock through those things so quickly. And you're just heading over to left lane. That was a good dash in the opposite direction. My ult is up so I could stop something here. Unfortunate, I might die here. And I'm done. Managed to live there. Savior, that's nuts. Mir has blink though. Double hog there. So forcing out a double hog there is actually kind of worth it, just because the fact that, you know, obviously double hog, they're not getting as much out of it. So I mean, they're having to use a lot more resources to get there rather than excuse me, rather than, you know, picking up hog 3 here. Gotta get that done. You need hog 3. Seriously, guys, supports always gotta do hog 3. Or Wrath of the Gods now. If you don't do hog 3, it's just, you're not helping your team. Because if you don't build it and you're like, oh, I gotta build Fist because we have an early lead and stunning them out will help me on this, so I can, if you're Sobek or whoever, you can land your pull or whatever it may be. That's a mistake. You don't do that, because if you do that, it'll cause somebody else to have to pick it up. And granted, if it's a bruiser, but if it's somebody like Hell and your solo laner picks it up, one, they have to buy hog, and solo lane Hell is something like she benefits, you know, more from beads and heavenly agility, so she can get her heal off and stuff like that. So forcing her into a hog 3 or even a bruiser really sucks, even though bruisers usually go hog. And then this one I thought I was creative and see if I could outrun it, but we're kind of kicking to. I realized that I had to do that just to peel off of. But anyway, again, I'm getting super sidetracked. And I couldn't do anything here, unfortunately. I tried. And Spider's coming after me now, so I had to turn around. And I get pulled and unfortunately die there. Anyway, guys, going back to hog. Going back to hog in that situation, Hog, like I said, with that, you need it with a support, because if you force out a mage like Hell to get it, granted she can be kind of a bruiser. That Ymir's so lucky he lived, by the way. Granted, she's almost like a bruiser because of the fact that she can heal, but it's just you're really putting them in a poor spot. See, in this situation, Hell did build Hog, which is nice, but she's not as tanky. She's going for solo lane. She needs to do damage so she can actually do damage and interfere in a fight. She can't just be a tank castle, because then you're not getting out enough damage. So, forcing them, people who aren't as tanky, into getting Hog 3 and need to be in all the action to go, fight the Gold Fury or attack the Fire Giant, that's just putting them so out. It's bad. Put it that way. So, anyway, you just can't, you always got to get Hog, put it that way. Hog 3, Wrath of the Gods, get it all the time. If you don't get it, you're playing support wrong completely. And picking up mid camps here, always good. See, and pen boots help me peel these a lot more. Again, I shouldn't be soloing these. I should be on my team. That's what support does. But I am a dumb support, so. See, with my help, they could have used a stun. They could have used whatever. And now they're all just dying, and Cupid might die here too. So, it's just a bad situation. Trying to get behind minions here. I really can't do much here. I just use my Hog on those mid camps. And there it goes anyway. And unfortunate here, she juked me. And he has sprint on, so I can't do anything. And she pulled me and stunned me out of it. So, really sucks there. Again, this is 100% serious. Guys, don't BM. I do it every video, and I say I'm not gonna. But, try not to BM. It just really looks bad. It's not nice. Just be chill. I do it, and I'm an idiot. Don't do it. It's bad. Don't ever do it. Keep getting some farm here. Just telling my team we need to shut down on her and Arachne, because she's 11 and I'm 10. Granted, I'm not too far behind, but on her is 14 and Cupid is 13. Again, another only a level ahead, but still, it's big in the ADC category. Hell AFK'd here, which caused this tower to go down, so I was a little frustrated there. That's why I pinged it. Poseidon's got the jukes, and he's got massive amounts of movement speed, and they did pick up Hoonbots over there. He got the Kraken off, and he got everything off just about before. I'm just zoning out Kwang here, keep him out. Poseidon a little frustrated here as well. Just trying to leech some XP. Nice job, Hell, and them picking. She says attack. I just really don't want to attack in this. Sorry, she doesn't. I just hear the high-pitched voice. Cupid says attack in this. I just can't. The eggs will nuke me. On her will smack me. She'll slow me. She can silence me out of my Taolu. It's just really bad. And Hell manages to live here, but I'm on my way. I think she manages to live. Maybe I'm wrong. I decided to kill mid lane because I think they're handling it okay. And now Arachne's staying in lanes for so long that here Arachne's out getting me, and there you go, Cupid died. I don't think I healed. That's the biggest whiff of a Kraken I've ever seen. And there's again, guys, the BM comes out. I'm super apologize in every video. It's more often than not, it's your poor decision rather than your teammates. So Ymir goes ham and goes all the way to tower, but it doesn't really matter. I can pick up steel mail, I think it's called. And then I can't quite get that, so I decided to pick up some wards and a sentry. Poseidon gets hit with the ult here, but Cupid can chunk pretty good. Hell is doing just fine at level 19 to their 14 Hoon bots, so totally okay with Hell being able to do that. I'm trying to speed up. That's the only reason I use my dash there, is I really want to get chase down this on her, but he's already got sprint on, and Ymir might die here. Cupid got a nice ult off. The ult manages to kill, which is great. Got a good pull there. Got a very good pull, good setup by Arachne there, using her slow into. Getting greedy here, using it, and the whole team's rotating, so she's... Poor play by Hell. Really wanted the tower, didn't get it, and died for it, so... And then I got slowed by the spiders there, so they managed to recatch me. So again, I have to waste my Talu, but they ended up despawning. Arachne's just sitting here laying her eggs, so they can get a lot more damage off on the tower. So I go to pop them again, but I get pulled, and then they start to crack on me, and then I die immediately. That was my fault. And again, you guys, there's the BM. And again, I super apologize for that. There's no need for it. I'm just doing it because I'm a jerk. This should have been capitalized a lot more. Poking out a Freya like that is huge. But again, killing Arachne is definitely worth their tank. Having their tank die is not a bad deal. So anyway, just waiting here, being patient, and we move in on the fire giant here, and so I decide to go ahead because Hell's decided to attack. And again, she's level 19 Hell. I'm not going to argue with level 19 Hell, and a 19 Poseidon. So no problem. We just got to nuke it, and we got it. So great fire giant secure there for us. Great call by Hell over here. Great call. And again, now with Fire Giant, my Talu Assault's chunking for a lot more damage too. Guan Yu can swing pretty hard, honestly, guys, so another thing to keep in mind. And I can go get Sovereignty now. So that is pretty awesome. Heading out, we got a Fire Giant buff. In a support role, I honestly don't know what to max as Guan. I would assume you still max as 2, but I think this game I just was a little panicked and I thought I wanted my heal, so I grabbed my heal, which was a mistake. Should not have grabbed my heal. See, and then Hell in this situation says, "Oh, I say not worth," and she said, "Yeah, it was." Having a tower die, very crucial. I will admit, extremely crucial. However, having a Fire Giant level 20 Hell die, not worth it all for a tower this late in the game. So, a little bit of lag coming out here, but I managed to juke it, or juke on her attempts. The pull here by Arachne was a silly choice to me. She honestly didn't need to pull her, or have a purpose, because it's Fire Giant Cupid. Like, you're not going to be able to do much to that. And here I'm just sitting out. I'm sitting with this and just waiting. I'm not using my ultimate, obviously. And Al has rotated to defend the left tower. Here also comes Poseidon, who looks like he's ready to blow up and on her. Good call by this Ao Kuang going gem, but our Poseidon is huge now, and he's got Sprint 3, so he's Rocket Poseidon. So, and Freya just sees what's happening here. Unfortunate that our Ymir fell there, but Freya just sees what's happening here. So good pickup there. I got the slow off on Ao Kuang, and then leading into that. And there's the surrender comes out of it finally now. 3, 4, 5. And the reason I say I love you is I think I lost like 3 straight with Guan, and I just wasn't having any fun trying to play him. But that's, again, huge shoutouts to the guy who gave me the Guan Yu skin. That was awesome. You don't really need to say GG Bots solo in this situation. He's a little less viable than he was, but Hunbots was a really popular solo laner. But he did have 6 deaths in 10 minutes. That was true. So a little bit of a poor display here with 3, 4, and 5. But always hog 3, guys. Pen Boots I went this game just because of Arachne's spiders and the amount of protections, physical protections she was going right away. Next into Sovereignty, and then I probably would have went something like a Hide of the Urchin or a whatchamacallit next, a Magi's Blessing, so Arachne's Silence wouldn't have done anything if she needed to hop on my head. Excuse me there. And here's just the player damage. I have about no player damage, which is really sucky. I could have done a lot better than that, but Cupid actually did pretty good in the end. I think it was 3, 1, and 7. Yep, 3, 1, 7, 5, 5, 11. Yeah, 4,400 player damage, just poor display. Ymir did pretty decent, and Hell and whatchamacallit did quite a bit here. Looking at Ao Kuang's player damage, 17,000, which is just Ao Kuang for you. Throw a tornado, receive all player damage. Again, finishing my build here would have been nice, but unfortunately I didn't. And I hope you guys enjoyed.